I am great.
Welcome to my 1962 Shasta SC.
Well, thank you. I'm just so impressed. We were just talking a minute ago before we started, and I said it's kind of Western Tiki Bar theme.
Pretty much.
So I know you just told me, but if you'll tell everybody again kind of where that came from, because I think it's a cool story.
My great-grandmother spent a lot of time in the islands, and she would go over there during the summers for her health, and all of these little knickknacks that are in here, from the barware and the tray, and there's some of the koa wood over there, and I've got some bark cloth pillows. They're not here today, but I bought a bunch of things, and they were all hers. So when my grandmother passed, she had everything. My sister and I were like, we don't need these things, and something in the back of my mind was like, no, hang on. There'll be a reason. Don't know why, but there'll be a reason. In 1962, Shasta and Sisters on the Fly led to that.
Cool.
To being able to use it. So now I enjoy it. I show it to people. I've had a couple people come in and go, wait, I've seen that somewhere before. And I'm like, yeah, 1960s, Hawaii. They're like, yes, the big pink hotel on the sand. I'm like, yes, that's exactly where it came from.
But you know, whenever we talk to people about their vintage trailers, it becomes an extension of who they are and
Definitely.
what their life was like, or they would like it to be like.
Right.
It becomes something that's a piece of them. So that's very cool.
It's true. I was moving at one point in time. My son and I were to Maui, but position changed and shifted, and I didn't. So I think it just keeps bringing it along. And okay, maybe this is just something. This is just, it's comfortable. It's homey. It's easy. You can make it as crazy and wild. You know, like the Tiki Room jungle theme from Disneyland. To just like, all right, let's just relax and not have much to worry about. You know, wear your flip flops, bring the sand in the trailer, and just have fun.
Good. So I always want to know, how did it get started? I mean, have you had trailers your whole life? Is this just finally the vintage one, or have you rebuilt 17 vintage ones? Or
I wish. Oh my gosh.
How did it happen?
I've been camping my entire life. My grandfather was president of the Holiday Ramblers out on the West Coast.
Wow.
So, and I have his lanyard. I have his presidential one that's with me in our other trailer. And so I was that kid in the crazy pack and play, and there you go, and holidays and grandparents taking grandkids vacation and going. So it's been a part of my life. I always had a job when we pulled into the campsite, which I always promote. Everybody needs a job.
Yep.
Do something.
Especially kids.
Everybody, especially kids. Chocks and wheel covers are fantastic jobs, and that's where I started and worked my way up. But I've always loved it, and it just was peace and quiet and cooking and family and adventure and fun and kind of discovering who you are and what you can handle and what you can't handle. And that's what being a part of Sisters on the Fly is definitely done with this. This is my very first trailer that I've owned. I picked her up from a restoration company. She was just at the almost end point. I was getting one trailer, a newer one, but it just didn't have the right feel when I walked into it. And I really wanted to find a vintage. It just felt right. The wood, the stories, where people would go, oh, I remember my grandparents had one. Oh, my parents had one. They went on their honeymoon, and they went to Yosemite, and they did this because they didn't have any money for a honeymoon, but camping was just, it wasn't expensive, and they could do it, and it was great. Which I'm a huge proponent of. Go grab a camper and go travel the world. See the world in it. You'll get a better experience.
Sure.
And you'll see people, you'll meet people, you'll get stories, and that's what I wanted this to be.
Life gets bigger.
I think so. It gets bigger, and you get to see a better picture of it than the hotel vacation, which I love going on those too. But I love going to a destination and, you know, all the crazy quirky places, like just drive Route 66 and you'll see crazy quirky and that. But
so at what point did you buy your vintage trailer?
She was almost done at restoration, and I did a couple tweaks with her, and then
so when you bought it, it was almost done.
Almost done. Definitely the cabinetry and everything. She was peeled completely down to the ground. Even part of the frame had to be rebuilt. The only original pieces would be that you could see right now would be like this sconce. There's another one up front, the light over the sink and the oven, and the windows. Everything else is brand new.
So that's exciting. But
It's exciting.
Were you like searching out vintage trailers?
I was.
Came on the restoration place and went in and said, "This one feels good."
This one feels good, and then they were still able to change it up for me, like hardwood floors. These are acacia wood floors that are in it. I wanted something really easy to clean. I didn't want vinyl. I didn't want laminate. I wanted this. I wanted the ice box pulled. It wasn't going to work for me. I wanted more storage. So that is a huge storage place that's in there.
Okay.
What else? Since this is a bathroom, I wanted it done the way how I wanted it to. The toilet was originally faced a different way. I'm 5'10.5". I needed some things shifted, and they were able to do that. I wanted some safety features put into here as well. I have a safe in here. I have secret panels in here, so I can feel comfortable about camping and leaving my things in my camper. I wanted a different water tank that's in there, and I wanted a different trailer mount storage on the back there. There's a trailer valet hookup in the front, so I can get into tight situations if I had to. I can get in and out of there a little bit easier. I wanted LED lights instead, so I wasn't using that much electricity, so I could do boondocking with a generator, and hopefully I'm putting solar on the roof, so then it'll totally be taken care of that way too.
So you had a lot of things that you were able to get in here before it was completely finished.
Yeah.
So this was the camper. How long ago was that?
3.5 years ago, 4 years ago now. So she still is new to me. We're still figuring each other out.
Was there a single event that made you say, I need to get my own trailer, I want a vintage, I want to do this basically by myself, I want to be able to have something that is just me?
Clearly, it was my 39th birthday. I sat there that night alone at the campsite because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to go camping on my own, and I was in our other trailer. And I just went, I need my own space. I'm turning 40. 40 is that moment for so many women. I never wanted to believe that was true, but it really was. I needed to find somewhere that was a sacred, safe place for just me. I love my family to pieces. Don't get me wrong. I love them. But this isn't their family trailer. This is mine. And I go off with girlfriends, and they help me through things. We laugh, we celebrate, we commiserate, we create, we do everything. And
do you have girlfriends call you and say, all right, time to go camping?
Yeah, I do. It's like, oh, it's time for, I gotta go camping. Can you get this time off, or can you just get a day away? Or I think you need to go camping. I think you need to just take a break, you work a lot, you do everything. And I just wanted something fun. I didn't want a gift from anybody for that. I just wanted everybody to understand that this is what I needed for me to be a better mom, a better wife, a better employer, a better employee, all of the above. I needed my time that was safe.
What was the most nervous thing about making that decision that caused you the most hesitancy?
Learning how to back a trailer up.
Really?
That was the only issue.
So,
period. That was it, and you helped me with that one.
We've talked about this before. That's a big problem.
It's true.
People say, I can't do this because I could never tow a trailer, and I definitely could not back
I'm
it up.
fine to pay the extra $10 for a pull-through. Like, that was, up
So
until last year with you, that was my mindset. I'm fine to pay the extra money for a pull-through.
And just to be clear, I did not teach her anything. I just gave her a few pointers, and she got brave enough to try it. Because really,
that's what it was.
That's what anything is in life. You just have to be brave enough to try it.
Yep.
If I have somebody watching this who says, gosh, I wish I was as brave and confident as she was, what would you tell them?
I would say go alone. Go find a comfortable place that you can pull your trailer in and out, back around, get into a jackknife situation where you have to drop the stand on your own and move your car around to get it all done. But go in with the knowledge of it's okay. And it's
okay
fine.
to get
it's
in a bind.
Okay, because everybody's going to. And because short story, I'll try to make it as short as I can. And it happened a couple weeks after that when the girl camper college was at your dealership. I was driving down I-35 to Port Aransas.
Mm-hmm.
The traffic was crazy outside of San Antonio. GPS was diverting people. Semi-trucks were going, so I went, this is perfect. I can follow them. Not a problem at all. Until all of us realized it was a dirt road, farm road, that did not connect with the highway. And there was no turnaround, and it was a dead end. And there were 2 Walmart trucks backing up, me and another semi-truck behind me. And
you had to figure out
and I
how to
had
back
to
up.
figure out how to back up. And I think that was the time where I just went, okay, I'm rolling down all the windows. I'm getting a lot of air in. I got to breathe so I can see my surroundings. And I'm just going to go as slow as possible.
Okay, so you were brave enough to learn at that point.
Yep.
I don't know anything. I don't have a camper. I've never camped before. I know nothing. I am scared to death. This looks so cool. Where do I even start?
Princess Craft RV.
Well, Prince, you can always shop to buy a new one. We'll gladly help you.
I would say,
but I want to be inspired. I want to learn. Can I go to a sisters meeting?
Absolutely.
Can I call a group? Where do you start if you don't really have any experience? But I'm turning 40 and I want to change my life. Where do I go?
Sisters on the Fly would be your first point of contact there, and there are chapters all over the United States. There's over 9,000 of us now, so you can meet up with someone and someone will help you through. And a lot of us sisters, we even go with other sisters to RV dealerships and go, okay, this is what you're looking for. Don't look at the prettiness of the fabric on the inside. You want to be looking at the safety, at the warranty, at all, if you're going that route. If you're going vintage, find a sister who has worked with the vintage, because these don't come with a warranty.
They don't come with anything.
They don't come with
guarantees.
anything. They come with hopes and prayers and wishes and dreams. That's what these come with. But the other ones do just as well. But I would say get with a great dealership that has education, not just before you purchase, but after you purchase, and who constantly wants you to come back to show you the new, help you where you're getting frustrated, and who honestly offers a class at backing up or hooking into septic and water. Those are all huge areas where it can be overwhelming until when you get it, you stand there and you go, I was afraid of that. Really? I put that as
We've
my
all done
block?
that with
And
everything.
we all have done
We've
that.
all done that.
We've all done that.
So I guess if you boil the water out of it, which is an expression I love,
That is a
because we've all seen the crud that's at the bottom of the pan. So I would say, if anybody wants to get started, no matter what your level, find a support group somehow. Sisters on the Fly is great. They're everywhere.
Yep.
But then there's also dealerships all over the country.
Yes.
Not just Princess Craft RV. There is all kinds of girl camper college you mentioned.
There are.
There's events for camping. There's seminars.
RV shows. There's everything available.
Just find somebody to
Don't go
encourage
into
you
it blind.
and get started.
Going blind is the worst thing, because you'll be overwhelmed.
Okay. All right.
I really think that's...
Well, before we go, I hope we've inspired a few people
I
to
hope
get out
so.
there, because I'm so impressed with what people have done. I spoke with Joanne a few minutes ago, and at 68, she decided to get off the couch.
I know.
There's nobody who can't do it.
No, it's
So,
true.
Show me your favorite thing in your camper. One or two favorite things real quickly before we go.
Okay, I'll show you. It sounds kind of crazy, but it's a safety feature. So let me see. There's not a lot in here. Sorry about that. Putting these tabs on all the shelves, because I've been driving down the road and I can see through from my rear view mirror. I can see all the way through this trailer to the car that's behind me, which is fantastic.
Yes.
But I also saw the hurricane coming out of the shelves. So we had these put in, and I would say anyway, adjustable shelves and the little lucite lip, because it does hold things. It really, really does. And my other favorite thing in here, I really can't say where it is,
decor,
but I can say I have a full safe in this trailer for anything I could possibly need that I don't want people to find, and she's hidden in here somewhere.
Oh, that's very cool. I'm sorry you can't show us.
I can't show you, but I can say that would be my first thing of anything.
Well, I thought
the
this was
cutting
cool.
board.
She has a cutting board that she had put in here. I mean, I don't know.
You know what's kind of cool though is that these drawers you can't pull them; you have to lift them up to open, so they don't come out.
And that's a long-held design for RVs. They're very cool.
They are.
Well, this trailer just makes me feel like I want to sit here and have a Mai Tai all day long.
They're over
and
there.
just relax. It feels, it feels like a cabin. I just love seeing people just make a trailer feel like who they are.
I walk in here and my shoulders relax
Uh-huh.
and my smile comes on and I just go, I'm home.
Well, thanks, Kate.
Thank you so much.
Great talking to you.
Thank you.
Hopefully somebody learned something or was inspired.